again to another of my tutorial. So as I told you, I promised to show you on how to pad your blouse. So that is what I want to do now, because now I have an electricity to pad it. Let me do it quickly before what will happen next. In my country, that is how it is. So this is what I want to do. And for this blouse, I have a video on how to cut your blouse. And the pattern which I'm using for this, I did not manual start, because I have two ways of cutting like this. There's the one I make full at the front. I did not come in by half. There's another one I come in by half. So this one now, I made it full without coming in by half. So let me go ahead to show you the lining on how I did my lining. So you can see my lining here. What I did for my lining, because I know it will contain 1 yard of my lining. So I went ahead to use 1 yard of my paper gum, the softer one of the paper gum. That's what I'm going to use to pad my lining. So I will use all my patterns like this, which I have for my main fabric, which is the satin, to cut out for my lining. So this is how I went on to pad it, so that it won't shift after cutting before padding, so that it won't shift. So for this now, we are going to use Estee to do this now. This is Estee. I normally, if you have been following me, you should know that I always use Estee because it comes out better. So this is the Estee which I'm going to use to pad my blouse now. So this is my center front and my back and side front, everything. So let's go straight to our padding. So when padding your blouse with your Estee, if you do not have Estee where you are, you can use the light paper gum. It will still come out okay, but this Estee gives it more beauty or more steadiness to your blouse, and it makes it look nice more than the paper gum. But you can still use it if you don't have Estee around you. So this Estee now, it has where it's rough. If you put your hands like this, it's rough. If you put it like this on your hair, it is rough. And there's another part that is smooth. If you do it like this, smooth, very smooth. So the smoothy part, that is where your iron is going to press on top. Why this place is rough? Because it is gum. There are gums here that you are going to use to gum your blouse or anything you want to work with when using. So take note, this part is the smooth part and this part is the rough part. So the rough part is going to face on your lining, and when gumming, make sure you are gumming the wrong part of your fabric. And see, this side is brighter, this is my right part and this is my wrong part. So make sure you are gumming your wrong part so you don't ruin your fabric. So what you will do is to make sure your iron is not too hot. If it is too hot, you will see it. Even if I burn this cloth, I know the cloth will not burn, but the lining itself will melt, because it is not that as thick as the cloth. So if your iron is too hot, it will melt it. So what I will do now, I will go ahead to press it just like this. Okay, so what I'm doing, go ahead to press it down like this. It's your iron. Make sure there is no air in it. There is nothing like, because if you don't press everywhere all around it, you will see some bulkiness inside of it. So make sure you terminate anything that you will have like that. Any bulkiness inside, make sure you terminate it just like this. Make sure your iron is not too hot so you don't burn your fabric. I'm just checking if iron is very hot. Don't try it if you know you're scared. I know when it is very hot, that is when I use it. When it is not that hot. If it is hot, it will burn my hand and I will reduce it. Don't try it. So I'm not saying you should follow me, but if you have been doing it, you will know how to go about it. So you can see it is getting hotter. You can feel it. So this is it. This is what you're supposed to have when padding. So I don't know if I should show you all. I don't want to waste much of your time. I know you are using airtime to watch this, or data rather. So you can see this, it does not come well. I'm still seeing some free space. So when you cut like this, take out your excesses of your Estee, because we are still going to press it with iron. If you don't take this out, it will stick in your iron and it will make your work, it will delay your work. because you will have to take it out from your iron before continuing your work. So after you have done that, you can see here now, you need to close this. Some side are gummed and some side are free, so you need to close it. Still need to press it with your iron. So I don't. Let me just show you how to pad everything. I wanted to pad this and every other side and just continue with the work. But this section is for padding, so let me take my time to show you how to go about it. So you can see, don't make your iron too hot. If it's getting hot, you reduce it, but make sure it is able to gum your lining. So you can see so without wasting much of your time, let me go ahead to do this for all the fabrics. Then when I'm done, I'll come and show you how to pad. This is the number one thing you need to know how to do when padding. So go ahead to do the same way for all these parts. So let me go ahead to do it. On this note, I have done exactly as I said. Go ahead to put your gum. You can see how it looks. Even the gum itself, very neat, very it looks. So just go ahead to iron the way I told you to do this. So before you pad your blouse, what you need to do is to cut out your lining, because we are going to pad our center front, and when folding it, it will be difficult for you to do. So before you pad, go ahead to cut out your lining. So as I told you, you can see the lining which I have already cut out. I have already gummed, sorry to say. I have already gummed it, not cut out. Have I cut anything? Okay. So this, I have already done this. So what you are going to do is to place your fabrics like this. You can see my center front. Don't try this, so don't try it, so please. So. So you can see what I'm doing, trying to place them together to get what I want, just like this. You can see it is on fold. You saw me folding it. It is on fold. Just straightening my fabric. When you comb your lining, it gives your fabric more weight. Gives it more weight, and it makes it smooth. That is it. That is it. Makes it. Will I say smooth or neat? Which word should I use for it? It gives you that nice. That nice. So that is it. You can see me. I'm trying to put my front in place. You have not even put the pad, but you can see how difficult it is. So then talk less of when you're already putting your pad, how it will be like hell for you to get your exact. So if in case you made a mistake to go ahead and pad your front, what you are going to do is to draft a new front body for your front lining without placing your satin on your lining like this. You are going to draft a new front body. So for you not to do that, just go ahead and do this. But if you say you want to pad, or you made a mistake, if you forgot cutting out your lining before padding, don't lose your pad, please. If you lose your pad, you have ruined your satin. Just go ahead to draw a new pattern the way you drew it on your main satin. Go ahead to do that on your lining. Yeah, most of my video I've not been showing you how to cut out your lining, only this thing. So this is it. You are going to follow exact shape to cut out. So I'm just using this front to show you what I will do. So I'll go ahead to cut my back. So let me go ahead to cut my back. You can see the front. Let me go ahead to do and cut my back. So I have gone ahead to do the same for the back. You can see. So this was how I did it. I place it on it like this, unfold, place it like this to trace out. So you can see this is my back. So let's go to the next stage now. So the next stage now is how to cut your pad. And now I cut my pad. You can see my underbust. Your pad is going to start from your underbust upward. So this is the hard breast pad which I am using, so it makes the cup to, know what I mean. So if you are using, it depends on what your customer want to place. Maybe some of you, your customer may like using the lighter one. Go ahead to use it for them, please. Don't use what you want. Use what your customer wants. So me, I have been using this hard one for long. If anybody comes and tell me that I want it soft, I go ahead to put it for you, because I am here to serve you. Just like the way I am serving you now. That is how I serve. That is how you serve your customers. Anything they want, that is what you give them. So this is how to go about it. You can see how I'm taking my time to show you, so you don't get confused. In case you don't understand, watch the video again. You don't understand, watch it again. You don't understand, watch it again. You will understand. You will definitely understand. Just go ahead and do it like this, because I'm going to gum it. I'm going to gum it. You can as well gum before you cut out. You can as well gum, but make sure this, you can see me, I'm making sure it sits at my underbust. This is very, 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 anytime you hear me saying very, 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 know that that thing is really important. This is my underbust now. Make sure your iron is not hot, so you don't burn your satin. It's not that hot, but make sure it is able to gum your fabric. So I just want to hold this underbust part. I'm going to put the fabric on this, then press with my iron. It is not advisable to press direct when it comes to things like this, mostly this bust, because you need your iron to be hot. Let me go ahead to bring something to put on top. So this is what I am using to iron. So make sure this is in place. That your underbust is very vital. If you want to make a heat, very hot iron, make sure you are using a very thick fabric, so it does not burn your fabric and affect your main fabric which you are working with. So as you can see, this is very thick. It will not burn this. So the heat penetrates through this one and gum your satin. And make sure it is not too hot, because if it is too hot, the heat will also squeeze your satin. If it does not get burned, it will squeeze it, and that is not good. So make sure it is not too hot. If you notice, I reduced it because it was too hot. I reduced mine. So you can see it is coming. If you notice, I reduced my iron because it was too hot, so I reduced it. If you pay close attention, you will see that. So this is it. I'm taking my time to make sure you understand this process. This is the center front, as you should know, because I know some beginners will also watch this, so I want it to be easier for them to understand. So this is how you go about it. You press. So let me cross check if it has gone. Okay, there's still something coming out. No, I told you for the ST that no air should be inside. That is what we're still going to do for this. So also, if you want to work directly with the fabric, make sure your iron, you reduce it. I've reduced my iron. Make sure you reduce it. It's still hot. I'm waiting for it to get cold. I've reduced it. You should be scared when working with this directly. You should be scared because you don't want to ruin your fabric. So because you are scared, you should be very careful. This is a whole lot of time which I want to consume from you people, so I want to make it brief. So you can see. So what you need to do now is to trim out your excess. You can see here is still remaining. Here is so make sure you gum it. I prefer gumming. If you have been using yours without gumming, try the gumming and see which is better than use. When learning, you try new things to compare with what you have been doing. If yours has been better, continue with yours. If the one you tried is better, go with the one you tried. Make sure you are always finding the best. So I told you before, I was not gumming. I saw this from somebody, so I tried it. What I have been gumming is my Princess Dart. That is what I always pad. I always gum the pad. And there's another thing you need to know for this is your center front. When doing this, please do it when you have not cut your pad. I forgot, so this is very important. So when it comes to this, you notch it when you have not gum your pad. So this part also, this indicates that this is our center line. Because when placing your Madame blouse, you need your center to arrange your front. Okay, so for the side, this is what I will do for the side now. The side, I'm going to make it is going to be full also for the side, but it won't full the whole chest. It is going to be full also like this. What I will do now is to come in by 5 inches. Where is that shop? Eh? I'm coming, just wait. Let me. So you know, for the center front, when we were cutting it, when I was cutting it, when I was cutting it, you remember I kept. Oh, I did not cut this, but my previous video, go and watch that. I did not show you how to cut. I kept ½ inch for sewing allowance for your center front. If you watch that, you will remember. So for this now, I am making this 5 because on fold for the center front it was 4.5. So for my side, I am making it 5. So this is it. So after making it 5, make sure you are also taking from your under bust like this. So go ahead to cut out my 5, cut this out, and I will use this to cut the other part of my side. So just like this, go ahead to cut exactly the same thing to the other side. This is how I pad. So these are all we need. So go ahead and pad it like this from your under bust. At this part, we are going to curve our breast pad inside of this. So what you need now, just give it a mark there, so know that this is where you're going to curve. Just give it that shape like curve. I would have taken measurement from here to here, but all busts are not the same. So just go ahead to give yours a shape like that. Make sure your shape is starting from this point like this. Hope you grab what I'm trying to say. So go ahead and I want to iron without cutting. So go ahead and go on. You can see what I'm doing. I just want to make sure this underboss does not move before putting my fabric on it. This is tricky. You can see what I was doing, what I did. You can see what I did. Just pay close attention. Chai. This space. So I will not show you how to do the other one. I believe with this now, you are able, you will be able to do this other parts. There is no, I don't want to waste much time. You can see I spent a lot of time showing you how to go about that so that on your own you will be able to do this without any directive, because it is the same thing as this other part. So let me go ahead and do this without wasting much of your time. Huh? So as you can see, I have gone the both side and the center front. So exactly the way you did for this, that is exactly what you are going to do for your lining part. In your lining part, you are not going to use the breast part for this. The breast part, you're not going to use the breast part for your lining. All you are going to use is your paper gum, the halves part of your paper gum. This is what I told you should do before you pad, just like this. What I'm going to do is to use my paper gum, and this is my paper gum. I'm going to do it exactly the same way I did for the main fabric. So let me go ahead and do this. I've done just that. I have packed this with the lining, but in case you do not have this paper gum in your area, you can as well sew it like that. It will still come out, but the paper gum just makes the inside to also give that standing effect to support your breast pad. You know, the madam blouse is hard and it needs something to support it. So what you will do now, in that my video which I showed you how to sew. So for this now, what you need to do now, you can see it must match. I'm not going to show you how to sew. I just want to show you how to do it in case. But if you don't understand this pattern, go ahead to watch the video on how to sew your breast pad. I have it. I will put the link down below. So what you need to do now, you measure 2 inches downward or 2.5 inches downward. 2 inches or 2.5. What I have here is 2 inches. So what you need to do now is to sew 1/2 inch. That 1/2 inch which I kept for my sewing allowance, that is what you are going to need here now. You are going to sew exactly at that 1/2 inch line. When sewing that 1/2 inch line, coming like this, you are going to arrange your fabric like sew that 1/2 inch line, just like this. This is how you are going to sew it, the 1/2 inch all the way down, following these shapes like this, from these 2 inches down. Make sure this part now, make sure you have your 2 inches down like this, sew like this. Go ahead to do the same for the other parts. So once you have done that, then from this your 2 inches which you have left now, you can sew it down. For the back, wait for it. For the back, we're not going to do that yet. Just wait. In the next video, how to sew your madam blouse. Then I'm going to show you what to do for the back. So the front, follow the same process which you are going to follow for the main fabric. Do the same for the front. Then for your back, you can go ahead to sew your lining for the back first, but don't sew your main fabric. So I will go ahead to do the sewing and come back to show you how to go. Don't worry, uh-uh. Actually, I don't. In case you are following my pattern, I always have excess at this side, so I'm going to blend my excess. I'm going to blend it as the center front. So what I'm going to do now is to cut the excess out just like this to blend it. As this note, I want to drink something, and I would like you to support my channel. You can see the account number down below. You can see the account number at the screen there. I would like you to support my channel because we need a lot of things to why to keep moving. So don't tell me you have not support my channel. So just if you any of my message have been helpful to you, make sure you support me, give me support and subscribe to the channel for the channel to grow. I cannot do this all alone. I need your support for it to grow. So please help me push the channel forward. So please, you can see the number there, the account number there. Go ahead to send anything at all. Anything at all. There is nothing too small. Just support. Just show your support in the little way you can to this channel. So what I'm doing now is opening my center front. I will not advise you to cut this out because this opening gives the breast pads the activeness to stand. If you go ahead to trim this out, it will be weak. It will not be active like stand firm as folding it like this. So I will advise you to go ahead to fold. And I'll soon drop a video on how to make this ball in case you don't have, because you need your ball for your bust. To iron your bust, you need this ball. That ball really helps a lot. You can see it helps a lot for this your bust. So this is just what I'm doing, pressing it open. You can see there is no net. I mean, there is no lace. If you make any mistake and cut that lace, hey God, hey, I don't know what to say. Don't make any mistake to cut any lace. So just follow what I'm doing now. I will show you. There are some tricks I will show you on how to fix that blouse. So just keep watching. That will be the part 2 of this video. This one is how to pad. So I'll show you how to sew it. This is how to pad it that I'm doing now. You can see what I'm doing, making sure it is open. You can see my notches. I notched it. Make sure you're also working with water so that it opens it for it to relax. Water really helps a lot. And if you take notes, what I have sewn is the 1/2 inch that I told you to sew. I told you to sew 1/2 inch. So that is the 1/2 inch which I am still working with. That is what I sewed from here upward and from here downward. From here upward and from there downward. I have a video on how to sew your blouse. In case you don't understand what I'm trying to say, you can go there and watch on how to pad so you understand what I'm saying. So from here to here, so from here to here. For beginners, I know for professionals like most of you, you understand how to do that. But for beginners, so just go ahead to iron it like this. Make sure it is open. Just make sure it is open. It's very easy. So you can see how I did this one. I'm still going to do the other part like that, but I don't want to waste much of your time. Let me go ahead and do it, and I will show you before I go ahead to do anything I want to do. So I have done that. I want to blend it. I'm still going back to there. I will still work on that place. I just want to straighten this up before going back there again. Make sure it is open. So just go ahead and make sure you give it a good press. And it very well, very, very well. You can see what I'm trying to do. So once you have done this, now I want to secure what I have opened. I want to secure it. So let me go ahead and bring my ST. Okay, so I have my ST here now. I want to make this my part which I open to be firm. Sorry. So just put it like this. You know how to gum your ST by now, as I showed you earlier on. You know how to pad, you know how to where to press with your iron. So go ahead to press here just like this. If there's any fold there, you split, just cut like this so that it spreads out. Do the same for the other part. Hope you saw the way I did the first one. I don't want to waste much time. So let me just go ahead to do this and I'll show you. Okay, so you can see how it looks. Yeah, I've done that at the other part. So this other part now, I want to sprinkle water. Sprinkle water before doing. Don't try this one. If you try it, don't call my name.
Okay. Why they do like this now?
Okay, so
He just told me that they want me. So is the problem? They see the money don't land, but they still prepare payment list. So they wait for approval. They still prepare payment list for office, they wait for approval. I don't get any money for account. Why they don't prepare the payment list fees and then start to pay? I don't send you. You just dey for me.
So you can see, let me go ahead and iron the back.
But
Like I told you, I will not sew this yet. Just stay tuned. In the next video, I will show you on how to go about that. But this video now is for padding. Go ahead to iron. This is the lining, so there will not be any lace fabric on this. But that other one should be aside first for now. Make sure when sewing your back, you start from your down, sew from your down upward ½ inch. When you get to the up, if you are following my pattern, then you split it, then top stitch. Always top stitch at your side. You can see my sewing is at the side. When top stitching both the front and the back, you should top stitch on the side. Don't forget that. Always top stitch on the side. So go ahead to iron. You can see what I told you about the gum. Go ahead and iron this. But if you do not have this gum, as I said earlier, you can still do this. If you don't have gum, you can still do this. Me too, if there is any time I do not have gum, I will do it. But this gum has been used to me, so I will find it to buy and use it. Hope you grab. So this is just it. As I told you, please support my channel. Please support the channel. You can see the account number on the screen there. Anything you want to support the channel with, support it. I will really appreciate, really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your support. Don't forget to subscribe to get more videos from this channel, because a lot is coming out. A lot. When I say a lot, it's coming out. So this is this for this part. So let me show you something. So we are done for our padding now. This is the next phase which I want to do. So switch all over to the next video to watch how to go about this. Thank you everyone. As always, I appreciate you for stopping by to learn. As always, stay safe and remain blessed. See you in the next video.